Hey, welcome back everybody, and if you're new here, I'm Kathy Arbor, and today is bookbinding day, I guess you could say. I'm a mixed media artist, and Thursdays are usually mixed media, which could be acrylic painting, fiber, it could be all kinds of things. Whatever mixed media means to you is probably what I'll do. Hey, Devin. Hey, Jen. So today I had a few people asking how did I bind my journal that I did on New Year's Eve. This is the journal that I did, and this is how it turned out. You guys saw it when it was still wet, and as you can see, the tissue blends right into the page, so it's not cloudy looking. You can see all the layers. So there's some actual dried flowers in there, and they came out real. These were all covered with napkin, the one layer of napkin, not the. Each napkin comes with 3 layers, so it's one of the layers, and use a lot of matte medium on it. So they turned out really nice. And this is the binding that I did. So this is just chipboard. It's a heavyweight chipboard. It was actually off of one of my watercolor backs that you get when you get a bunch of watercolor together on a board. And I just used a awl to put my holes in. So I measured and then put a line across where I wanted my holes. And then I figured out, depending on how many signatures you have to figure out the spacing between each hole. So use a pencil, figure it out first before you start punching. And then once you've figured it out, then you just put a dot for each hole that you want. And that all depends on how many signatures you have. And I was going to do one of my 2020, but I just realized it's already bound, kind of. I'll show you in a minute. But anyways, these ones, it's very simple. You start from inside, come out the hole, go up, through to the center, come all the way down, go through the bottom, then come up through the center again. And all you do is, this one isn't tied actually. I don't know why I missed that one. But I like to tie it around the string or ribbon or whatever you're using. That way it doesn't come undone. And all I've used, get my box here, is this ribbon. You can get this in most any place that sells fibers, yarn, that type of thing. I'm not sure what it's called. I got this years and years and years ago. But it's very, it's a little bit stretchy. Not much, but it is a little stretchy. But it's very thin. So you don't want something that's too bulky, because then it'll be hard to take through the holes. And there's the other one. They come in many, many colors. And they're all variegated in kind of a ombre effect. So that's what I have here. Now you can use all kinds. There's this thread too. This is a little thicker. So if you want something with a lot of strength, you could use this. This is for the, it's called rat tail. And we would braid with this stuff. This stuff is really nice too. It's a little slippery though. So It might be a little difficult knotting. Or you could also use wax thread. Now you could wax this too if you wanted to. Then there's darning yarn type of thing. You can pretty well do whatever you want. This is a kit that I got on Amazon. It came with the needles and all. Bone folder and all those different types of. And that came in a little container. This is an awl. It's a pretty good one. But it's very simple as far as binding. Wait a minute. Get a piece of paper. Get this paper. I'm just going to show you a quick one because I'll show you what book I'm going to be doing, but it's already got signatures sewn in. So you figure out where your holes are going to be. I always like to have at least 1/2 inch from the top, 1/2 inch from the bottom. Now you can use 3 or 5 or whatever you want. It's usually an odd number though. So I just press a hole. You can measure center and then about 1/2 inch to 1 inch down below. If you have a phone book, it's easier to do that with your signatures. You just open your phone book or a thick book, and then that way you can press the awl in without having any problems. Hi Eileen, Janet, good to see you, Lisa, Dot, Jilly, Brenda, good to see you, Barb. So, where did I put that? Oh, there it is. So you can get many different sizes. Depending on how thick your thread is, this is the one I use. So it's more or less a darning size needle. Again, depending on your size of thread or yarn or whatever you're going to be using. We'll see if we can. I usually take 3 lengths, so the length of the page, and I do 3. And then I just thread this through the needle. And because this is a fairly thin I don't know what you call it, yarn or fiber thread or ribbon, I'm not sure. And what I do is I start from the inside. Some people like to start from the outside. Whatever you like. If you like to have dangles on the outside, then start from the outside. I'll start with the inside. So I just go in, pull it through, and I leave a tail about the length of the page, roughly. Okay, then you go either on the top or the bottom, you go through. Okay, then you come all the way down to the bottom or the top, whatever which way you're doing it, doesn't really matter. Pull it through, and they'll look like that. And then you go back in through that center and try not to catch the other thread, because it'll be harder to tighten it if you've caught it. You kind of have to play with it a little bit. try and get it through without catching it. Pull it through, see which one it is. I think it's that one there. Okay, so when you're adding this to a binding, like this piece of this here, your paper is connected to your binding. So you're going through the whole of this plate also. So you'll have to make sure you know what direction you're doing as far as if you have a bunch of these papers to do. If you're doing it by a month, or if it doesn't matter which order they're in, then it doesn't matter. But if you're doing it by order, make sure you have the right order. So usually I start from the back and work to the front. So I would be let's say this is my spine. So I would be like this. So I would have gone through this while I was binding this page. Always thread the thread ribbon, etc. the way it comes off the spool. I learned that from a Japanese teacher. Always thread the thread ribbon the way it came off the spool. I don't understand. Don't understand that one. I'm not a real sewer as far as this type of thing. So after you've done that, you want to take, and you can tighten it and then just tie it. Double. And then just cut them, or you can leave them. I just leave them. Thread it through the needle. Well, yeah, I did thread it through the needle. I don't understand. I mean, this end, not the cut end? Is that what you're talking about? Never thread the needle with the end you... Okay, that makes sense, yeah. Now I understand. Okay. So, does everyone understand what I just did? Any questions? So that's how I got this. So you just keep doing it until you're done all your signatures. Okay, so there's many ways of binding. This is an old 2020. See, I haven't even finished it. And this is just fabric that I stained, and then I just glued it on. This one is a little different. This one was a Coptic stitch with a ribbon that holds it all together. And that's what I'm going to finish my other one with. So you still use this, a string, but if you see in here, see right there, that's a ribbon that goes through all the stitches. And it just stabilizes the book from moving around too much, because the Coptic stitch can be kind of loose and wiggly. So this is the 2020. That was fun. It was a good, well, that was first year of chaos, let's say, for all of us. Yeah, just different flips. Another pocket. Belly bands, different things to write about. There was our Fibsville. Some more Japanese. We were trying to see if we could, or if I could make the same type of paper effect as one of the paper packs. I think it was Stamperia. So you can do many, many different types of bindings. And this is all scrapbook paper again. So see, I haven't finished the box. And this just, there's no hard spine on this one. It's just covered. Thanks, Devin. So, similar thing with stranded threads. If using two strands, untwist them and turn one of them upside down, then thread the needle. It will not twist. Oh, well, you're full of information, you guys. Thanks. Didn't know that. See, I'm not a, I've never done slow stitching type of thing, like you guys. I'll have to remember that. Interesting. All your experiments and wisdom. So, as you can see, this was 6 months, and this was the other 6 months of 2020. So July to December. And here's the Coptic stitch. That's what it looks like without the thread. So when you open it, it's separate. The only place it's together is on the bottom. And that, or the top. Some of them were the top. So this, what you have to do is you have to put the, I hope this will fit. Yep. You have to put the ribbon on it. I had another one of these, but not sure where I put it. I'll just have to do with that one, I guess. So let's make sure it's good and straight. It's already had ribbon. Where did I put the other one? Oh, for Pete's sake, don't tell me I lost it already. Oh, there it is. So what you can do is I'm going to take this and I'm just going to thread it through. Actually, let's see if I can do this. And thread it through the some thread. I want to get all those and try. Oh, it's not going to work. Probably making this harder than what it should be. You stitchers, don't laugh at me. I'm all thumbs today. There. Oh, no, didn't work. Went through. Shoot. Ah. I'll get it. Indeed. Maybe I'm going to put, let's see, masking tape. I think would be easier. Where did I put the masking tape? Just hold on. It's going to be... Where did I put it? I know, I'm probably doing this the hard way, but it is what it is. If you hear noises, it's the dogs upstairs. My son's not home yet, so they're probably misbehaving. More than likely. They're little dickens. Yeah, I can hear Coco carrying on. She's the one that... Oh boy. I don't know if I'm going to keep this video. Just saying. But this is how you learn too, not what to do or how to figure things out for yourself. There. It wasn't staying on the ribbon. Oh, my son must be home. Sorry, guys. Okay. Under. See, normally it was put on with the, while you were sewing this together. Okay. Like that. See? So it goes over them or under them. Let's do that again. Keep this video up, guys. This is well, it'll show you how to figure things out on your own, that's for sure. Oh boy. Don't you guys do this yourself? Like, try to figure out how to do things on your own that without looking at YouTube? I do. There, see? Sometimes they work, but that's how you how you have fun. And so just put it under, get them all. I think it needs to be smaller. Needs to be narrower. One more. Oh boy. This is real life, people. Just wouldn't take the size of ribbon, that's the only thing. Okay. Oh, it's coming off. These are tighter. It. Got it. There. I can turn it around. Doesn't much make a difference though. So see, like that. One more. Let's see if I can just fish it through without. What are you guys saying? Oh boy. Are you teasing me? You making fun? It's alright. As long as you're getting a laugh. I'm fine. Like Julie's art. I'm gonna have to go back and read what you guys are saying later. It's just, you do it, yeah. You have to do. That's the fun, I think, of doing all this stuff, is the laughs. There, that was a little easier. The more you do, the better it gets. There we go. See? I'm not a quitter. So then you take, these are just those heavy duty hard mailers, and this works perfectly. It was the perfect size for a cover on my journal. So because I'm going to be putting something over top of this, all you have to do is glue these onto your front and back cover. Just make sure you're on there straight. There's enough there. Okay, and I would use matte medium probably. Kathy, there is a bookbinding frame that lets you do this so easily. It lets you sew the sections over the ribbon. Oh, awesome! Well, sheesh. I didn't know there was such a thing. you'll have to send that to me, Dot, on Instagram. I'd love to see that. I like this style. Definitely. Okay, let's make sure I got that right. So you can use the Coptic stitch and then do this ribbon thing on it. Okay. Get a piece of so it doesn't stick to my board. Flip it. Take the other one. Right. Take these tapes off now and just now you can pull it a little bit before you put the back one on or the front one, however you're doing it. You could probably staple them too if you wanted to, just so that they stay in place while they're drying. Or hot glue them maybe so that they're instant, and then put some glue on them. Now you can either leave the look of the ribbon if you like the look of the ribbon. You don't have to cover them up, but I'm going to cover mine. And I'm just going to cover it with different papers. There. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry. And I think I'm going to put this on here, just to keep it in place. So then I can put my cover on. So I thought what we could do is finish these. So we have this. This was glued on, so it moves now. Now what a lot of people do, instead of having this show, you can either just cover this page, or you could put an extra section in. So I do have more of these, and I could just put another probably cut it and just glue it onto this here, because then we can cover this area also. So let's see, or you could just use scrapbook paper. Now let's do scrapbook paper, maybe that would look good. Didn't bring any out though. Or some of my jelly prints. Here's an idea. They're not big enough. Darn. I'll have to use 12 by 12s, I think. I'll just grab a paper. Okay, I just grabbed a whole K & Company. I don't know what year it came out. So you can just glue this on. These all kind of match, so let's see what other colors we got here. That's pretty too. Blues, butterflies. Yeah, all right. We could have this one. Like this. Blue and yellow go well. Or like this, maybe. Yeah. And where did I put my... I don't know where I put my paper cutter. But, let's see. Just do it the old-fashioned way. This is just for me, so I'm not worried about if I'm off or it's wiggly. You do you. Now I could it should be just a smidgen smaller. Just so that it doesn't come up on the edge, because if you glue it right on the very edge of a book page, it's more than likely gonna start to curl. Just make it a little bit smaller than your actual page. That'll do. Let's see. It's a little bit crooked. And then I'm going to have mine pencil. I'm going to fold it. And then that way, it fits on there. Is it going to be smaller? Maybe. I'm going to have to cut that off a little bit to go on here. Now if Lena was here, she could help. She's the master bookmaker. I love the stuff she does. Yeah, that'll work, I think. I think my book's crooked a little bit. I'll have to do. Alright, so I think I'm going to, where's that tape? I think I'm going to put tape on it, because if I don't, it'll take forever to dry if I use matte medium. Lena's here. Oh, good. Lena, save me. Oh, gosh. I should have gone on StreamYard so you could help. Did you guys see the Bohemian Crafter's new video? I think it was yesterday's video. Awesome! She does a binding where you can increase it during the year. It's an awesome, awesome video. Go watch it. If you want to see someone do binding properly. Looks like you are doing just... Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you. Actually, I should do the other ones too, I guess, while I'm doing this. Yeah, isn't she talented? Did you see that, Eileen? Oh, I was just in awe. That woman comes up with the coolest journal stuff. I thought that new one that she did would be awesome for this type of thing. I don't know if it would work with a big book though. But yeah, it was pretty great idea. And simple. I like that. I think she gives a free PDF for the book too. as a thank you to everybody. It's for what are those? I can't think of the name, the type of one that she did, but kind of a Midori style. I'll figure it out, Lena. Google is your friend. What are you trying to figure out, Janet? The teacher look. Oh, what? Oh. I don't want to take it off. It'll rip. There. And just take my trusty old stained glass. These were great. I've had these for years. The fids, they called them. Burnishers. Or the curved ones were latkins. They're nice too. There. Okay. So it goes like this. So I think I'll put that on first. Is that the best idea? And then I want to put some more. I have a couple paintings that I need to put in here too. And then set up for this month for our new one, 2020 Fib file folder art. I think, Lena, you need a file folder system, like an actual drawer, for the amount that you do. Holy jeez. You need to make a box, a really cool looking box for all of it, and do a file folder system type thing. I feel very lazy when I see what you've done. And you work. I don't. Like, I guess when you get older, you're slower in doing things, and you're not so multitasked minded. That's my reason anyways. Hi, anyone that came in. I'm not looking. I'm trying to get these pesky things off the tape. This is very sticky, so it shouldn't come off. Okay, I wanted it like this. And try and get it as even as I can. I think that's gonna be it. It might be a little uneven there, but I can cut it. Let's see. Just a smidge on this side. Actually, could be I think you're right. Tying this. Okay. Let's put that down first. Take my folder. I am not Kathy Orta, that's for sure, or King. You can tell I'm out of my realm. Oh, almost got it. There. There. That. And then I can put the other one on like this if I want to, or I could do that there too, but I think I'll go over top. What do you think? Take you out a little bit. This greeny yellow or that color? Here, and either looks great. could just fold it over and make a pocket. Why not? Just cut that off. I did have a raccoon, 3 raccoons in a hollow of a tree to do for painting, but I thought I'd get this finished first and then we'll play with that. I think I'm gonna trim it after so I make sure. I think I like that. So I got my oh, I don't know if I was just gonna say I have my sewing machine set up here, but I don't think my bobbin's full. But I can just put some tape on there, close it up. Right on the edge. Use up your leftovers and stuff you have stashed away. I have a ton of scrapbook paper, so that's why I like painting on it and using it in this way. So I'll show you in a minute one of the paintings I did on top of scrapbook paper. Are you talking about Kathy Berg? I thought she said that's what she was planning on doing. Did she fib? Right. It's quiz night tonight. Okay, that's awesome. You got some friends to play online with? That's cool. Have a great time there. Yes, Kathy B. fibs a lot. Gonna have a talk with her. I think I'm going to have a pocket in this part too. So right in here, probably shove stuff in there. So I have to remember not to put any of this on the inside. So I can actually put stuff in it. Little piece right there. And down here, I think. That's awesome. So yeah, is it kind of like the game that you can get? Or do they send you anything so you can play, or? That's neat. Just one more and then I'm done there. We got a pile of snow last night. We got about 18 inches. So my son got to use the snow blower my sister gave me. So that's good. Poor Coco, she's a little miniature dash hound. Her little belly was cold. She was kind of plowing through the snow this morning. It was funny. Yeah, 18 inches. White fluffy stuff. Where did I put that? Yeah, it was a little snowplow. She's not too bad with it. She's short-haired, so you'd think she would be not wanting to go out, but it's actually pretty good. She can't stay out long because she starts shivering, and then especially if it's really cold, then she just stops and she rolls over. And he's, pick me up. Her feet get cold. She's a little princess. Third minus, oh, they wouldn't be out for probably more than a minute in that. I know when it gets down to minus 10, 12, that type of thing, they're not out very long, and their feet start to freeze, and then they start doing the hopping around, switching feet because their feet are starting to freeze. We had a small amount of snow today, didn't last though. Oh, it's still warm there, Dot. Crazy warm there, like, wow. I hope it doesn't wreck your trees. That's the only thing here, when we get warm, cold, it wrecks the trees here, cracks them, because they start sending up their juices, I think it's spring. And then it freezes and cracks the heart of the wood. There. Finally. This is probably really boring for you guys, me doing this, but I thought you could see what I do. Now I'll just put something over top of that, and that will be the first page. So I can still put stuff in there. That might be a little close to the opening, but that'll do. Okay. So as you can see, those flowers didn't lose their, it looks like they're just sitting on top from that page of, or the backing of the napkin that I put over top with the glue. And then they don't fall off, or you don't have to worry about scrunching them. See, they just turned out really nice, so they're not going to rub off. As long as you put enough glue on, they'll stay in place. So there's my book. The inside, it's a little place for putting stuff. Now, I did have a couple. Where did I put them? Oh, did I leave them upstairs? No, I don't think so. Might have left them upstairs. I don't see them out. Thought I had them down here, but I don't see them. Let me check. No, no. I did have this too. That might go. I could just cut it. Although that would be missing. That might be good for the back, maybe. And we'll just glue it on. Fits. And then just put a colored piece over here. Maybe that green. Yeah, could do that. Oh, thanks, Devin. Yeah, they're cute. I love them. They're so easy. That was also sewn. That was one of the members' pages we did. So it's with that eyelash thread, I think they call it. Gave them fuzz. Okay, so I could actually put this on and then just glue on the birds. I'll have to glue it on because it's canvas. So we'll just put that on. Let's see, do you want that? Or I guess if the birds are showing. They may as well show, I guess. And then we'll just cut off any excess around the edges. That'll work. Yeah. Let's glue this on. I think I'm going to just glue it to because the fold doesn't take paper very well, so if I put the canvas instead on the fold, then it won't likely split. Thanks, Eileen. This is the last of my gel matte medium. This is really good stuff to use when you're wanting to lay down anything that's kind of heavy. And it doesn't dry as quickly as the other stuff. And there's less water in it. Just make sure you get the edges. That's just going to go against that there. And then I'll just cut along the edge when it's dry. That. Now, this takes a little bit more because it's canvas. And you kind of have to plop down some books on top of it while it dries, just so that it doesn't start lifting on the edges. I like having a lot on it, so you don't want to have to lift it again and redo it. So you may as well just put a lot on there. That way you know it's going to stick. Just get the edges done. There. And then I'll do that last part there. Could actually just do the sides as a pocket. We'll see. We'll let that dry first. No thanks, Colleen. There's some lace in there, some scraps. Right, I'm going to put that aside and let it dry. Right, what time is it? 9. Almost done that. Now, for this year, I was thinking of getting out a couple of the folders. Where did I put it? I just had them. Oh boy. And I just use regular folders. I think these are letter size, if I am correct. And what I was thinking is putting any flaps or flips in now instead of later. Kathy, you should give us another tour of your art studio sometime. Maybe when it's clean. You wouldn't believe the look of it right now. It's disgusting. There's so much stuff all over the place. Every square inch of my counter is covered 3 times. That's why I can't find anything. I will when I clean it. I would believe, but when you are ready. So I was thinking, I always end up putting, you know, some kind of loose papers in here, or additional papers. Now we can always bind those together if we wanted more pages, so that's not bad. But I'm thinking of when we use belly bands or pockets or flips, that type of thing. It would be kind of nice also to have a little area where we do some journaling about the month. Oh, you live it. I think we all do. So I was thinking even a flip. I was actually thinking of doing a accordion style. So you just keep adding. So all you'd have to do is cover the top part of your file folders with either another piece of paper or yeah, maybe do that. I think that would look cool. So that would stick out, yeah, more than the other, but I think that would be kind of cool. So we could either use material, ribbon, scrapbook paper, jelly prints, looking around. What do I want to do? Do I have my scoreboard? Yes, I do. Now, if you're using, I'm thinking, the wear and tear, because you'll be flipping it all the time, you might want to use something that's a little more durable. So if you have gaffer tape or even material would work. That might look kind of cool. Thinking, do I have any scraps? Just hold on. Okay, I do have some of this paper. That was the paper, it's got material on it. I don't know if it's a sticky paper though. Let's see. Might be. If it is, it's not. Looks like it should have been a sticky back, but if you have some canvas, that would look cool. Don't know. Doesn't look like it would be, but I'm going to take it off anyways because it's shiny. And I don't like it. And if it's coming off anyways, so, oh, I should have had a, where did I put my, I gotta go get my other paper cutter. I don't know where I put my other one. Alright, got the heavy duty one. Let's put this aside for now. I love this thing. I don't have to worry about blades. This will work on the top. It will be perfect. So I think I want to do approximately 2 inches. So shirts. You could do canvas too if you have rolled canvas. You could jelly plate some rolled canvas. Let's try this one first though. So, does this score? I wonder. Probably doubt it. I can never get the darn thing off. So if I score it down the middle, it might. You could sew them on too. Kathy! Get your sewing machine out. So this works out actually. These are folders that are crooked. I hate that. Must be cheap ones. And then you just put them on top. So just fold them. Do one separate, like do them separate. Don't fold them and put them together because then you won't be able to open them. But like that. I'm just going to use the tape again. This is really super duper sticky tape. And I have a lot of it, so these will use it right. I don't know if this stuff goes bad or not, but why are you shivering for Eileen? She's in Florida. Is it cool down there, Eileen? Yes, it is. Poor you. Oop, did I smack you? All right. I'm just gonna put it past. It's kind of tricky because of the tab. Oh, come on. I want to stick it down till it's right there. It's gonna have to do. Let's see. you take the other one. I can put it down. Like that. Is that right? No, it's not right. Don't want it stuck to that. So I actually want that not to be stuck to there. I guess I'll put that back on there for a minute. Nearly glue it together. Don't want it glued together. This is all experiments. Okay, now you want that down. Like that. So that's how it's going to be. Then that needs to be cut a little bit, I think. I should have made it longer because of the tabs, I think. It might work. Let's see. Okay, dogs are going crazy upstairs. Mike must be home. I'm going to put a couple clips on. There. All right. So this that, and then that should go on there. Oh, well, yeah, on there. I think I got it, guys. I think I got it. Is that right? I think so. Oh, can I go across? Yes. Should be able to go right across. We'll see if it sticks together or not. Trial and error. That's what it's all about. Learn as you go. Let's see. I'm not looking at chat. Amazon what, Colleen? Hi, by the way, if I didn't say hi. Okay, then I just fold it over. Okay, let's see if it works. Okay, just have to cut the sides off. 'Cause they're I think I'm going to get some of those file folders that are, they don't have the tabs. I can't remember what they're called. There, that works. See, we did it. So then you can go like this, and then add another one. Keep doing this. It's probably painful for you guys to watch. Sorry. Let's see. And then the other one would go like that. So that one. Will have to be cut. It's gonna make it, yeah, see what's happening is because of the different tabs, it makes it harder to do that. So well, it's lower then. You have different, well, you could still do it. It would just be a little bit different. But I think it's a whole lot easier if you just cut the tabs off. But I'll keep this one for January. And what I'll do, I could do this too. And just put another one down here. And then it'll open up like this. I think that's what I'll do. And then maybe January or February, I'll cut the tabs off. Mind you, it'll be a little shorter. Or we could keep doing this too. These are all prototypes, so I'm gonna have to play with them. Yeah, I've cut the tabs because, well, in this particular brand that I got, I don't know, I've had them for years, but they're cheap ones. So the folder itself is off angle, which doesn't help. So, we'll take that off now. just but I want to add some kind of fabric and sewing to these ones this year. I know I said that last year too, and I didn't do it. Well, I did a few, but not what I wanted to do. So I want to really concentrate on that this year, adding that. So I really like the look of it. Oh, you could even do one big accordion for, yeah, that's what I was thinking, Devin. A really neat accordion for the whole year. You could, and then you could flip it. 1 year would be half of it, and then you just flip it over and you start doing it the other way. That's what I was originally, but you'll have to do that separate, so I'll show you in a minute what I mean. I made up an accordion spine that I'm going to be using for another project, but I haven't finished it, but you'll see what I'm talking about at least. Oh, that's funny, that one didn't. I shouldn't have. Well, I did anyways. Oh, I'll do that later. Okay. So this is like nerve-wracking getting this stuff off, especially if you've had too much coffee. There. This would still make a cute file folder. There. That'll have to be. So that's that. That'd still make a cute book. You could put flaps in here, pockets, but it's a way of starting your accordion. Here, I'll show you. So this is one big sheet of watercolor paper that's been cut to a size. So your cover would go on here. So then you open your cover, and then each page go like this. and then your cover, I'll just cut this off, your other cover would go here. So then when you wanted to see the other month, you would flip it over, so this would now be the other side. So you're seeing the back side of that now. You know what I mean? So you're doing both sides. Have a great night, Dot. That's fine. So it's kind of hard to see what I'm talking about. But see how you just keep flipping it. Now you just flip it this way. And then this is going to be the spine, though, of this book. So what I can do is at each mountain, so this is a mountain, so I wouldn't do this because this is where my cover is going to go. But with each mountain, which is this, not the ditch, but the mountain, you can add a signature to this and make it whatever size you want. So you can add whatever size you want. So I would do a signature of a pamphlet stitch in here. So out of this, like you would be doing a book. So your signature would be on here. Or you could sew it in with your machine too. You don't have to do the pamphlet stitch. You could actually sew it on your sewing machine because it's small enough. So that when you have a bunch of papers here, so you turn it, so there's a bunch of papers there. Then in the ditch, you could also do the same thing. So this is the ditch. So then you'll have different size papers from when it's closed. So you have different size, but they're actually the same. And you can make these smaller or bigger, as many as you want. So you can do that. You can also stitch it in. Say you had single sheets. I've been wanting to do this book for a long time, but just haven't had time. If you have a single sheet and not a signature, you could also put it on the edge and sew it into your... So you don't have to have a signature in each valley. You could have a single one. And it could go this way. You could have a single one sewn right here along the bottom, but even though it's single, you can still flip it. This is a, well, oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, we call it a ditch. So you can have all kinds of different, it's more interactive too. So you could have even pockets. You could put pockets in, you could put flips in, but it's all added to this spine. So when you're finished, you make the cover the size of the whole book. I was confused. Thanks, Eileen, for... Oh, about the ditch and valley. Sorry. Picture adding fabric to the margin areas. That could look awesome and washed. Include fiber. Yeah, there's so many ways of doing this type of book. It's awesome. So this is what I want to do this year. And you could add different papers. You could have the spine in black if you wanted to. You could actually make this with all the same color as a base and then add artwork or drawings or whatever you want after the whole book is made up, like you're making a book to work into. True, CB. So that's what I'm thinking of doing. That's what my one of my membership classes is going to be about. We're going to do that all year, and decorating and drawing and adding to. So we can, I think it'd be cool. So yeah, you can use any kind of paper. This is hot press paper, so it's fairly thick. But yeah, you just cut them a certain width and then fold them like an accordion. Okay, do you have any questions? Have any suggestions? Do you still like getting the acrylic painting? I'm going to probably start doing a bit of oil pastel also, because my son gave me a box of oil pastels. So I really got to start using them. No questions? Okay. Yeah, it's very cool. You could use any kind of fabric and do it this way, like glue a bunch of fabric on top of cardstock or whatever you're using. You could actually use shipping paper and make your spine and then cover the shipping paper with fabric, so it makes it stronger. You want to see the schminky oil pastels. You mean you do? Got me the schminky, or sennelier, not schminky, sennelier. This is the portrait set. I've used some of them, played with them a bit. So this is a portrait set, so you've got your blues, different pinks, and skin tone colors, some white, black, yellow. Yeah, they got a really nice box. So they're very, very creamy. So this is going to take me a little bit of time getting used to because of their creaminess. So they're very smudgeable. I like using my fingers. He also bought me some pastel paper too to go with it. So I'm going to try using that. It's very, very creamy. So I want to play with these, use them with other things too. will be fun. It's so nice of them. They've never gotten me art supplies before, believe it or not. He actually figured something out. Got me a gift that I would really, really like. Yeah, awesome colors. Neon oil pastel polar bear today. Ah. There's some really fantastic artists out there with pastel. I've been watching a few. They're, I think, China or Taiwan. They don't have any talking in it. It's just them doing it. It's usually a little card like this, but by the time they're done, you would swear it was a photograph. And I am just awestruck on how they can do that with the big pastels. It's just amazing to me. So you don't have to get those. Those are fairly expensive. I like the, where did I put them? Gallery. These ones, they are a really good pastel for the money. They're not as creamy. They're a little bit harder, but they're a little easier to apply on top of another color, because then you're not moving them. They stay in place a little more, so a little more controllable. But you can get this, I think it's 48. Yeah, 48 colors. And they're a really good price. I think they were $48 for, I don't know. It was a fairly good price, something like 25 bucks or so. Don't quote me on that, but it was a whole lot cheaper than those other ones. So that's about it. So if you don't have any questions, I guess I'll let you guys go. And hope you have a fantastic weekend and you get out your drawing tools or painting tools and do something creative with it this weekend. And we'll see you back again on Tuesday. And we'll be doing some more watercolor, and I believe I'm going to start doing a little bit more sketching, drawing tutorials also in those streams. Thanks, Eileen. Thanks, guys. So you all have a fantastic day, and we'll see you later. Bye for now.